A 30-year-old girl had been to a hotel for a room with other men hundreds of times before marriage. After attending dozens of blind dates, she finally found the man she liked the most. However, on the day of their engagement, her blind date coincidentally discovered the girl's hundreds of hotel room records.
全都是开的5星级酒店，然后查的记录是好几百次。
The girl, however, directly accused the man, who was supposed to be her backup, of tarnishing her reputation, and demanded a compensation of 1 million yuan.
100万。
100万他只出了几百万吗？
那我不管呀。
The girl told the mediator that she had been working away from home since she was 15, and was now nearly 30 years old, still unmarried, which led to pressure from her family to get married. After attending numerous blind dates, she finally selected the man she was with now.
给我买的好多，看了100多个，看了100多，能这个不行，那个不行，结果来找个这样的。
Although this man was not rich and not particularly good-looking, the girl thought his character was good, that he was an honest man, and someone who could live a stable life with her. After just a month of blind dating, the two quickly got engaged. However, this was where the twist began. The night before the engagement, the girl suddenly discovered she was pregnant.
把信息告诉他，我说恭喜你啊，你都要做父亲。反正还应该是蛮高兴。
Initially, the man was overjoyed upon hearing the news. But the next day at the engagement banquet, he suddenly changed his attitude, angrily questioning the woman about whose child it really was, and the engagement banquet ended in disappointment. The child, who has now been born for 4 months, has not received any care from the man. Not only did he not visit the child, but he also sued the girl, demanding the return of the extravagant dowry. Upon hearing the girl's story, the mediator was furious, and immediately took the girl to confront the man. When questioned, the man stated that he had no feelings for the girl, and that they were just pushed into this situation by their families, so they ended up settling together. In the month from blind date to engagement, the girl had humiliated both him and his parents multiple times.
他当时已经是下定决心了，100%不会跟我结婚，说我蠢呐，说我怎么样，说怎么样。他说什么？我还怕我孩子生下来基因有问题了，跟你一样这么蠢。他当时说是这么说嘛，但我想一个女的，我们2个男的是吧？你对我一点感情也没有，我们才1个月，然后你还非要把孩子生下来，那我想想这个女的到底是什么事情呢？
As for why he doubted the child wasn't his, the man explained that he and the girl had only been together one night. Though it is possible to get pregnant after one night, the probability is very small.
你明明知道我们家没钱，明明知道我们家礼金都是借的，你要说我们家好有钱了是吧？有个几百万，有个几十万几百万了对吧？你把孩子生下来，你敲我一笔，那这也是理由，对不对？那你妈说你现在把孩子生下来，那你到底是出于什么样的感情呢？什么样的想法呢？到底是一个女的。
Hearing the man question the child's paternity, the girl immediately labeled him a scumbag. She accused him of doubting the child's origins just to avoid taking responsibility for raising the child, and insisted the child was definitely his, because she had never slept with anyone else. Even when she was with her ex-boyfriend, she had taken precautions, and if the man still didn't believe her, she was ready to do a paternity test. The man said that the court would do a paternity test during the lawsuit. Then he left. The woman said the most unforgivable thing the man had done was investigate her hotel room history, which he even spread all over, making it well known to everyone.
因为他做了很多极端的一些事情。
对，他做了哪些极端的事情？
他说调查我以前找过男朋友啊，帮我朋友到我这里的话，我在酒店里面去帮他们用我身份证开了房，还要把人家调查出来。他说我干嘛去那里继续去开房？
Upon hearing the woman's account, the mediator was enraged, and immediately went to the man's house to demand an explanation. The man's father admitted that it was his idea to have his son investigate the woman's hotel room records. He believed the woman might be trying to deceive him into marriage. After the investigation, they indeed found quite a bit of evidence. It seemed that the woman had not been trying to deceive anyone, but had just played enough, and was now looking for an honest man to settle down with. The woman had never had much formal education, and her family wasn't very wealthy, but her spending habits were extraordinary. She frequently traveled by plane and had hundreds of hotel stays, all in 5-star hotels, and had traveled on flights with another man numerous times.
他就是以前的经历比较复杂了，然后也没上过什么班，没做过什么生意。他说是说做生意，但是做什么生意谁都不知道。然后是基本上全国各个景点都去过，全国好多地方也都去过，然后全都是开的5星级酒店，然后查的记录是好几百次。他们同机就是说坐飞机不是有记录吗？同机次数20多次。
All these anomalies made the man suspicious. At this point, a friend of the man came to the mediator, explaining that the man had been deceived by a woman before and was overly suspicious as a result.
他这个人太老实了，真的太老实了。你对他一反抗，他宁可就是全心全意，什么都不顾了。我跟你讲，没有点心眼的一个人，老朋友吧，不也是我那个朋友吧，骗了几次，他还是相信他，而且骗的不是蛮小，40多万。
他被人骗了40多万。
第一次40万，第二次10多万，甚至他老爸的那个抚恤金都被我那个朋友拿走。
Later, the mediator asked the woman about the situation. The woman openly admitted that the hotel room records were true. However, the man wasn't anyone else, but her ex-boyfriend. Her ex had always worked out of town doing business, which explained the numerous hotel stays across the country, all with her ex. As for why she disliked this man and still chose to have his child, she said it was to clear her name. Additionally, she was worried about not being able to have a child later in life.
一个是生下来证明一下他的身份嘛，对。第二个我舍不得，我肯定自己的崽他不要我也可以养，你自己带着吧。
After hearing both parties' statements, the mediator realized that there was a huge misunderstanding between them, but it was difficult to reconcile easily. So, they decided to bring them to the judicial department to help them part ways peacefully. The woman requested a paternity test, but the man remained silent, continuously having his friends speak on his behalf. Can't you speak for yourself? The woman was infuriated by the man's spinelessness.
你作为一个男人这么没担当，那好吧，我生的崽我自己可以养了。我这么辛辛苦苦，我把他生下来，我把他，然后又给你，我神经病啊我早就我是有这种想法，当初我还了他，我就直接打架就好了啦。
After saying that, the woman left the mediation scene, and 10 days later, the paternity test results came back. The child was indeed the man's biological child. Upon seeing the results, the woman finally felt a sense of relief. However, marriage was no longer an option. She immediately sued the man in court, demanding compensation for emotional distress, with an expectation of 1 million yuan. As for how the court would rule, it remains unknown.
The complexity of this incident makes one reflect on how fragile marriage and love are in today's society. The experience of this 30-year-old girl reflects the confusion and helplessness modern people feel when it comes to love. She was eager to find a suitable sugar daddy through arranged marriage, but didn't anticipate that her past would become a burden in her life. The man's doubts about her past also exposed the society's double standards regarding women's reputation, especially when it comes to personal privacy. Shouldn't we respect each other's past more, instead of hastily judging? It's also worth considering whether the woman's demand for 1 million yuan compensation is truly just about defending her reputation, or if it's a form of revenge for what she has lost. And the man's final attitude, silence, avoidance, and even not daring to face the issue himself. Does it reflect his helplessness in this relationship? Can we still call this relationship love? In the whirlpool of emotions, is love truly the power that can solve all problems? Or have people already lost their initial trust and sincerity under the contract of marriage? Do you think this relationship has a future? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's discuss together. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us, and we will continue to provide you with better content. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.